Naturalization is defined as the legal process in which a foreign or national citizen can become a U.S. citizen. Hi everyone, I am Tamara, Rotela. The past few years I have been exposed to the process of becoming a U.S. citizen or naturalization through my family members. I've been through the process of becoming a resident. Since the birth of our nation, we have prided ourselves in the melting pot that we've become. With the current presidential race, we see how immigration has become an issue. Since we will be eligible to be voting, many of us, it is crucial for us to keep these issues in mind while doing so. Built on that, today I will inform you about the naturalization process by telling you about the differences between resident and citizen, explaining the application process, informing you about the different ways to become a citizen and or resident, and many people may be unaware that there is a distinct difference between the two categories of citizen and resident. In the book U.S. Immigration Made Easy by Iona Bray, published in 2007, she states that the residents live and work in the U.S. permanently, are able to travel and return freely, and petition immediate family members for green cards as well. However, the only thing that they don't have in common to citizens is that status can be taken away from residents at any time, or also even deported. However, residents also cannot vote, and they cannot remain outside the U.S. for an unlimited amount of time. In the visual provided by the Department of Homeland Security, this shows the latest information from 2012 all the way since 1980. We see that in the past 30 decades, the amount of people who became legal permanent residents is far above the amount of naturalizations. For the application process, one must be a resident for 3 to 5 years before becoming a resident. Although there are special cases in which one can go from having no immigration status to being a full citizen. One must submit an application with the fee of $1,900 alongside a physical exam that tests for tuberculosis, which many people, you might be surprised, actually test positive. The application includes Form I-485 and the paperwork to prove marriage or existence. Interview is for marriage cases for proof that the marriage is legitimate. Next, you will receive an employment card, which will be used to retrieve your Social Security card and your Social Security number. Next is the process of getting fingerprinted and receiving the green card. The green card represents the final step of becoming a permanent resident in the United States. If you are a teen and after 3 to 5 years of residency, one can apply to become a naturalized citizen by submitting an application alongside a fee of $680. After that comes an English test, which will be on the same day as a civics test alongside an interview. Once you have passed said numerous tests and interviews, you will then take the oath alongside many other recently naturalized citizens. There is a specific date for this, and these ceremonies are held 4 times a year. As I mentioned before, there are different ways to become a resident. According to U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services, one can become a green card holder through family members, such as a child or spouse, of citizens or green card holders. through jobs such as investments, self-petition, job offers, and special jobs. Also, as a refugee or ISLE status. However, this only applies after 1 year of being in the United States as a refugee or ISLE. You can also obtain a green card after being, in the case of being a battered child or woman. Also, you can be a widower of a United States citizen. There are also special cases in which one can become a citizen, going from non-immigration status to full benefits of being a citizen. We see this through international adoption, which is only available to citizens. Citizens are the only ones that are able to bring children into the United States and give them full citizenship. If you were born in a U.S. territory, such as Puerto Rico, you are given, one of your birthrights is to be a U.S. citizen. And also, you can become a citizen through the U.S. military before having no status. To wrap things up, I hope if you take anything away from this is that you open up your mind to our diverse generation. As you will see in this pie graph, provided by the Department of Homeland Security, you will see the top 10 ethnicities differences between 2012 citizen and resident, naturalized, the everlasting application process, became citizens. The different ways to become a citizen and or resident. Then I hope
13.5%, the Philippines with 5.9%, India with 5.7%, and the Dominican Republic 4.4%, just to name a few.